you ever felt like you're carrying the relationship? You are the one who remembers, you are the one who initiates, you are the one who apologizes first, you are the one who keeps the conversation going, you are the one who fixes all misunderstandings, you are the one who checks in, you are the one who compromises, you are the one who holds everything together. Oh my god. And somehow, the more you do, the more exhausted you become. Because love is not about asking you to do more. Love is asking you to stop doing what someone else should be doing for themselves. Today, we are talking about one of the most common patterns that leaves so many women emotionally drained: overfunctioning in relationships. Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the Flight to Fulfillment podcast. I'm your host, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach and the founder of the Freedom Divas Hub. And today's conversation is about something that many women mistake for love. They call it commitment, they call it responsibility, they call it being supportive, they call it being understanding, they call it being a good partner. But underneath all of that, there may be something much deeper. It's overfunctioning. Overfunctioning is when you consistently take on emotional, mental, practical responsibilities that belong to the other person, the other adult. You anticipate their needs before they express them. You manage their emotions, you solve their problems, you compensate for their lack of effort. You keep the relationship alive single handedly, literally. And when it may look like, love from the outside, inside it feels like exhaustion. Because healthy relationships are all about partnership, they are not about emotional outsourcing. Not one person carrying two people's emotional work, emotional burden. Yet, so many women are taught that loving someone means sacrificing more. It's a mental conditioning we grow up with. So, we try harder, we give more, we fix more, and we become endlessly patient. And over time, we begin to believe that if the relationship struggles, it's our responsibility, our job to save it. Now, the truth is that when one person overfunctions, obviously it means the other person is underfunctioning. The harder you work to hold everything together, the less room the other person has to step up and fill in for you. And without realizing it, you create a relationship where your value becomes tied to how much you carry. So, today let's explore how overfunctioning quietly steals your peace and how you can create relationships that are built on partnership instead of emotional over responsibility. Number one, you take responsibility for the other person's emotions. So, if they're upset, you assume it's your job to fix it. You change your behavior, you over explain, you apologize, even if it's not your fault. You just try to make everything better, everything more peaceful, even when the emotion isn't yours to carry. Healthy empathy, it's beautiful, but emotional responsibility that belongs to somebody else, the other person, and you are the one who's experiencing it, well, that's not beautiful, isn't it? Number two, you keep the relationship alive by yourself single handedly because you are the one who's making plans, you are the one who's reaching out, you are the one who's starting conversations, you are the one who's repairing after arguments, you are the one who's checking in on the other person all the time, you're making all the efforts. And if you stop making those calls, if you stop making those plans, if you stopped asking, if you stopped initiating those conversations, Well, you wonder whether that relationship would continue at all. That's a powerful sign that the emotional labor is not balanced. You are the one who's single handedly doing this by yourself. Number three, you solve problems that the other person needs to learn how to solve. So you remind, you organize, you rescue, you manage, you protect. You step in before they experience the consequences. Now, for you, it may seem like loving, but you know what? You're actually preventing the other person from growing. People grow through responsibility, not rescue. So if you're not letting the other person take responsibility, if you're not ensuring that the other person takes responsibility, if you're not motivating the other person to take responsibility, and if you're always stepping in, just to rescue the other person, you are actually harming him more. You are actually stopping him from growing. Number four, you feel guilty every time you stop giving. So the moment you choose yourself, the moment you do anything for yourself, the moment you say no, you set a boundary, you rest instead of helping, you just start feeling guilty. You start feeling very selfish about yourself. Not because you've done anything wrong, not at all, but because your nervous system has learned, you know, that love means self-sacrifice. So you confuse overgiving with being worthy. Number five, your needs always come last. Always. Perhaps this is the biggest sign of it all. You know exactly what everybody wants, and you bend backwards to give it to them. But when somebody asks you what you need, you just go blank. You don't know. Or you just maybe instantly say, no, no, it's okay, I'm fine, I don't need anything, thanks so much. Because you have become so skilled at caring for everybody else that you have, my dear, forgotten to care for yourself. You've even forgotten to ask for anything that you need because you've become, the one who's doing it all. So if today's episode resonated with you, I want you to know that love is not measured by how much you carry. Healthy love does not require one person to constantly, compromise or compensate for the other person. It does not require emotional exhaustion. It requires true partnership. When you're always over functioning, you're not just carrying the relationship, you're carrying the weight of two lives. And eventually that weight becomes very, very heavy. So the next time you find yourself rushing to fix things, the next time you find yourself, you know, jumping in to rescue somebody else, the next time you find yourself over giving in a relationship, just stop. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, is this truly your responsibility? Is it? Or are you carrying something that belongs to somebody else? Because the strongest relationships are not built by one person. It's teamwork. Always, all the time. It's two people choosing to show up equally, to grow equally. And perhaps the most loving thing you can do is not to give more. It's to create enough space for your partner also to meet you mid level, at the midpoint. So, well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, like, comment, share it with somebody who needs to hear this today. And don't forget to subscribe to the Flight to Fulfillment podcast on either Substack or YouTube or Spotify or Apple, wherever you're more comfortable, so that you don't miss out on a single dose of inspiration coming your way. Until next time, this is me, Ratika Seth, Your life enhancement coach, signing off for now, but I'm asking you to love deeply, give generously, but do not abandon yourself. Because the healthiest relationships are not built on over functioning, they are built on mutual responsibility. They are built on mutual respect. They are built on mutual growth. So I hope you understand this today and you actually start taking a step for yourself. I'll see you in the next podcast. Bye bye.